Political leaders remain divided over the implementation of the 2010 Constitution 10 years after its promulgation. The divergent opinion coming amid sustained voices to review the document that celebrated its 10th birthday Thursday.
We had a very nice constitution, but the problem has been implementation. It has had so many roadblocks, and up to now, the gains that we had made through constitutional reforms have been plowed back.
The presence of county government in the remotest parts of this country and sometimes in the so marginalized areas has brought relief of a government that provides services to people who otherwise have always been saying we don't have a government. That is the singular biggest thing this constitution has achieved.
Since the advent of devolution, we've had very serious dry spells, but we have not had mass death of livestock as it used to happen as a result of lack of water and lack of pasture, and such other issues. The issues of peace building and the devolution has also brought cohesion integration within our communities to levels unprecedented before.
So we got those decision making now was transferred, that Kenyans, Samburs can make decision on their own, or know what ails them. They can divide their money, even if it's little. If 3 billion, 800 million, they can decide on their own. Assembly can also make laws, and we appreciate this constitution. It has really given us an opportunity to make a decision on our own.
Democratic setup. If you look at the 2010 Constitution, it was heavily borrowed from the US, it was heavily borrowed from the UK, and this is developed nations. And this is a constitution that was now supposed to work to a developing country. So it is kind of suffocating us in terms of even the resource of implementation. That's why people are crying that can we implement this fast, because it is suffocating our democracy. Implementing it is actually very expensive to our economy. So
this constitution has done very many good things. For example, it has one of the best human rights provisions in the constitution, in fact, the largest in the whole world. I don't think there's any constitution that has got that human rights sections like our constitution. And the other thing that Kenyans demanded and the court was devolution. People wanted devolution.
We have made many strides as a country, but we also have had setbacks. So even as we celebrate the Constitution, we also take cognizance of the fact that there are areas within the Constitution that are yet to be implemented fully. And we hope that moving forward, we'll be able to implement these areas so that we may better our livelihoods as Kenyans. And one of the areas that is really key for implementation that the Constitution has not really lived up to is the two-third gender rule, whereby there's a requirement under Article 81 of the Constitution that every position should be occupied by at least a third number of women in any position, especially elective positions.